Good evening and welcome here to Turner Stadium here on the campus of Taylor University on this Labor Day weekend for today's opening home match for the Taylor women's soccer team. Tonight they take on the Eagles of Cincinnati Christian. Rick Johnston here with you. Taylor coming off of their first loss of the year and one of the top teams in the country. That is Northwestern Ohio a couple of days ago. But they're ready to go tonight here against CCU, a team that they defeated 5-0 last year in what became Aaron Stevens' coming out party. The then freshman, now sophomore, finished with 3 goals on the night, on the afternoon, and an assist, as she had over half of Taylor's tallies last evening. Cincinnati Christian 1-1 on the year. They defeated Calumet St. Joseph's 9-0 in their season opener. They fell at receiving votes Cumberland their last time out, and a 6-1 setback with 5 shots put on frame. The starting goalies tonight, Casey Zimmerman for CCU. She started all 3 of the games for the Eagles this year. The Trojans going with their normal starter as well, Megan Williams, but don't be surprised to see the senior Lauren Camerano come into the second half as head coach Scott Stan trying to find a starting goalkeeper through the non-conference slate. Lindley, too, finds Allie Claudio on the near side as Taylor shoots on the goal to our left. Claudio has it taken away. She comes in as Taylor's leading goal scorer on the year with 3. 2 in the middle, the former Chinese national team member, Hannah Martinez, has it laid back to her by Stevens. Far side to Hannah Davis. So right-footed forward outside of the box to Martinez, who has a goal to her name already this season. Right side of the box, Davis trying to dance with it, trying to get to the end line to her right, centering ball. It's sent away. And it's going to be the first corner of the night for the Trojans as Davis able to deflect that one off of the CCU defender. Taylor comes in outscoring their opponents 8-2 on the year. Cincinnati Christian, meanwhile, has also outscored their opponents 10-6, but that's in large part to that 9-0 win to start the year off. Stevens sent it in from the far side box. It's cleared out, held in by Waltz. She'll volley one in high and wide to the right. And that one will sail out of here, out of play, and it'll be a CCU goal kick as fans continue to pile in here to Turner Stadium. Those that have not gone home or are part of a wing retreat this weekend have packed the bleachers down below us and continue to file in. There's a big old group walking in right now that just walked through the gates. And there's probably about 15 or 20 more people out in the plaza. Claudio puts her defender on the turf, slides one up top to Stevens. Shot was blocked. Stevens taken down in the box. The Taylor fans look for a call, and Cincinnati Christian able to clear it away for the time being. Massey holding it in. She'll play it back to her defender, Raina Williams. The back line for the Trojans tonight, the 2 seniors in Raina Williams and Hannah Waltz, the sophomore Riley Massey, and the freshman Hannah Dempsey back there at one of the center back spots for TU. Waltz steps in, throws that left foot in front of it. Claudio trying to back her way in, try to keep it going in Taylor's favor. Katine trying to clear it away for Cincinnati Christian. She cannot. Little soft volley forward by Danielle Torrent. Long pass from Massey, towed away by CCU. And again, the Eagles cannot clear it out because Waltz sends her back in. Stevens trying to race behind the defender. She's got 2 there. She volleys one in with a left foot that rises high and just sails over that crossbar. Stevens has been held in check offensively, goal-scoring-wise this year, just 1 after she poured home 12 a year ago to lead the Trojans. But she leads Taylor this year with 3 assists to lead the squad after their leading assister from a year ago, Bailey Zaire, graduated. Zaire also the Trojans' second leading scorer with 11 tallies a season ago for the senior out of Colorado. For the first time all night, Cincinnati Christian takes it across midfield. Hannah Martinez, though, will swipe it away. And then Martinez shoved from behind, and the foul comes first one of the night against CCU. Four ladies on the Trojans roster named Hannah all start. Those would be Dempsey, Davis, Waltz, and Martinez. Flag in the air, far side, offside the call here against TU. First offside of the night against either side. Taylor in their new home white uniforms and shorts with purple numbers on the front and back, and Taylor on the front as well, trimmed in gold. Dempsey comes in, and she'll slice the bouncing ball away from Marin Hance. Pedrosa has it. Martinez with a big challenge and takes the ball away. She'll swipe it away from Clank, the leading returning goal scorer from 2018 for CCU. Taylor shooting on the goal to our left. Martinez tried to slip it on through to Davis, is taken away, and then Dempsey steps in front of the pass for Taylor. As more students continue to file in here to the bleachers in a packed house tonight here from Turner Stadium. Right wing Davis carrying into her left. She's got two in front of her. A couple step over moves to the end line goes Davis. One on the ground, popped into the air and out of play by a defender for Cincinnati Christian. That'll allow the Trojans to have their second corner of the night. And for the first time this year, we say good morning and hello to our friend Michelle down in Australia, where it's already September, because Australia's ahead of us. So happy September, Michelle. We'll be getting to September here in a few hours. Slicing through the traffic is the keeper Zimmerman for Cincinnati Christian. And now she'll punt this one back into the air for the visiting side. Waltz volleys off the air into the middle of the field. It finds the feet of Massey with her neon-colored boots. Big first touch by a CCU player, and Massey pokes it away. To the middle, and Lindley, too, who has a decorated history playing as a member of the Chinese national team during her time growing up before coming here to Taylor a couple of months ago. The ball finds its way to the other end. Massey cutting in. She'll cut in front of Hance. And to the far side of the field, Hance now able to recontrol. She'll curl it in over Dempsey's head. Knocking it down with her hip is Raina Williams. Now the senior defender, one of the tri-captains for Taylor, will charge forward. Into the big center circle to Claudio, who pivots and faces the goal. She eludes one defender and slips it on through to Tevens. Tevens trying to go one-on-one with the keeper, but the pass had too much juice. And it rolled away from the dangerous sophomore Tevens. Zimmerman scooped it up after Claudio put on a fantastic show. An individual effort almost got Taylor on the board. Davis with pressure on the far sideline, able to knock it off of a defender. And the Trojans have a throw in with Massey flinging it up the far side, trying to find the cutting Davis. A touch, and Parrott will step around her. To the end line it goes, off of Parrott. And corner kick number 3 upcoming for the home team. Taylor with the only shot so far tonight. That was the Tevens rocket that sailed over the crossbar. One low on the ground from the corner to Davis. Back to Tevens, who circles into her left. High steps through a tackle to the middle, and Dempsey. The freshman volleys one in. Knocked away, deflected right back down to Davis, whose left-footed shot will be saved right by the stomach of Zimmerman. First stop of the night for Zimmerman. Second shot for TU. And now they bash this one deep to CCU, trying to connect with Hance. Dempsey cuts her off, and Williams clears it away back up near midfield. Frankie Ibarra holds it in. Lindley, too, there. Challenges, deflects it away, and there's Neltner on the left sideline. Her pass will be deflected off of Massey, goes across the end line, and Cincinnati Christian will collect their first corner of the night. Their top goal scorer is Clank with 3. Katine and Windish each have 2. And Clank will take this corner from the far side of the field. It'll come into the right of the Taylor keeper, Megan Williams, on the goal to our right. Clank will take it with a right foot. A low end swinger that Massey easily will blast out of there with a right foot. Tevens almost poked the ball away from Katine. And now Claudio racing a little pass behind her. Claudio trying to keep it going Taylor's way, but it's knocked away by McIntosh. Nicely done by McIntosh. If not, Taylor's heading the other way, but now here they come. Pressure from behind on Tevens, knocked away and played to the middle of the field by Cincinnati Christian. Massey comes forward, got a piece of it. Knocked it away from Neltner. Now Taylor controls with Dempsey setting up near midfield and Danielle Torrent. Up the right side of the field, slipping on through to Lindley, 2. Snuck behind the D, now 2. Turns on the Jets. Right side of the box. She'll slip to her left, and she'll bury it with a left foot. And Lindley, 2. Scores her first goal at home. And the Trojans strike first just almost 9 minutes in to this opening half. An absolute beauty of an individual effort from the former Chinese national team member Lindley, 2, who slipped around the defender to her left and then buried it home with a rocketed left foot. So give Torrin the assist. That's Lindley's second goal of the year. And Torrin's first helper. So that goal comes in the 9th minute. Two's battled some injuries since she got on campus. Was actually cleared to start playing soccer back at the beginning of this calendar year of 2019. Has just been a special player to watch during training here in the fall. A 1-0 Taylor advantage on the second career goal by Lindley, too. 5'10", runs like a deer, and so she is a pest. But she gets down low there against the shorter defender. She'll head this one to the middle, and Hannah Martinez, who's also in her first season at Taylor. That last name sounds familiar. Yes, her dad, Jody, is our head women's basketball coach here. Little sister Jocelyn, a freshman here at Taylor as well. She'll be a manager for Jody and the women's basketball team when their season rolls around. We saw a lot of those ladies in the gym today getting some extra work as they've started their preseason conditioning work. Tevens end line, knocked away off by Katine of CCU. We'll say it deflects off of Tevens of Taylor. And CCU will throw it in from the depths of their defensive end. A lively crowd has filled the joint tonight. And still more continue to work their way in from the dorms out behind off to our right. Near side of the field, Clank. Two comes right from behind her and says, "I'll take that, thank you very much." Williams to Waltz, who'll jet to the middle, now circles back to her left. To the middle in space, Tevens is there with a touch. Tried to slip it on through to Davis, could not, overrun almost by McIntosh. And two before she could get to it, sniped away from her by Windish. Back to Williams in the middle and Torrin. Torrin centering pass to the middle, intended for Tevens, deflected back to her, then volleyed it back over the defender's head. That was Ibarra. But then CCU clears it away, and now here's Dempsey sending it high in the air. Just about 12 minutes into this opening half, Taylor leading 1-0 on the highlight reel goal by Lindley, too. Beautiful ball from Torrin, found her. And now Martinez will give Davis a run on the right side. Davis looking to her left. Tried to play it back over her foot. It's deflected and she still keeps it. Up top to Martinez with a one-touch that sails just wide near side. Fourth shot of the night for Taylor. Two have been on frame. One has gone in. Still no shots for Cincinnati Christian. As Taylor really is loaded up on the firepower this year offensively. You add two in Martinez, who are phenomenal players in the midfield, as they try to replace the graduated Bailey Zaire. And then defensively, they're trying to replace the always outstanding Savannah Porter and the goalkeeper from a year ago, Lauren Engelkess. Long pass sails all the way to the other end of the field, out by Cincinnati Christian. And for the first time all night, Megan Williams will have a ball at her feet, and she'll send it back into play. The Trojans have allowed just 2 goals all season. One each by Williams and Camerano, the backup. 4 saves each as well. And it's actually a picture-perfect night to do anything here in Upland, Indiana, but particularly play soccer. Back to midfield from Martinez to 2. Pass was blocked down by Ibarra, but then bashed in deep by Torrin. Claudio in a foot race near side with Katine. Katine's got inside position, steps in, ball knocked away right to the feet of Claudio near sideline. Back to Martinez, who comes to fill. They want to send it up top, deflects off, top of the box 2, side shoes it to the right to the middle of the field in Davis. She'll pirouette away, and it looks like a foul or a handball will be called against Taylor, and that'll send it the other way. A win by Taylor tonight would conclude a perfect weekend for Taylor athletics, as the Taylor volleyball team won all 4 of their matches at Siena Heights. Both tennis teams defeated Bethel earlier today here at home. Claudio overrun by Tevens, back to the top, and Massey sends in a rocket with a left foot to the top shelf, and Taylor takes a 2-0 lead just shy of 14 minutes into this opening stanza. Massey's second goal of the year, and that was a missile. (2-0) Taylor lead.
Goal by number 26, Riley Massey. Assist by number 24, Ali Claudio.
So give Claudio the assist. That's Ali's first of the year. But a 2-0 Taylor lead. Lindley, too, with a beautiful individual effort. Then the ball bounces back after Claudio sent it in. And then it was Massey who came in to fill, and she buried it on a missile. Now here's Claudio carrying it in left side. Taylor already leading 2-0. Claudio with a step-through move, trying to beat Zimmerman, who dives and smothers on it just before Claudio could have popped it over the keeper. Middle of the field, Torin. Left footing to the middle, and Martinez, as Taylor has held the possession, I should say, for almost this entire first half so far. We're almost 15 minutes in. 1 touch to the near side, and Claudio. Back to Torin, to space, too far maybe for Waltz. Nope, she'll send it back in on a dribbler. Stevens has it, little can move to the middle. Martinez goes down, Taylor looks for a foul. That will not come. Williams able to hold it in. This is a lively crowd tonight. They've had a lot to cheer about. As the students, some of the late arriving ones, are trying to look for their friends to maybe find who saved them a seat. Right side of the box, Davis angling to her left, steps through 2 defenders, cannot avoid the third. And CCU calls for a handball. That'll be nullified. Martinez back to Davis on the right wing. Taylor shooting on the goal to our left. They're ahead by 2. Goals by 2 and Massey on 2 highlight reel tallies. And now Davis will run away from Ibarra. A centering ball trying to find 2. It's deflected out right back to the senior Davis. Up top, Torin. She tried to dial it in from long distance. It's blocked and then cleared away by CCU. All the way to the other end, Williams with a nice box out on Hant. That allows Williams to punch it forward with her right foot. Waltz into space to Claudio, back to 2. To space and Stevens. Now here comes the speedy sophomore. Left side of the box, Stevens. A defender in front of her. She's got Claudio trailing. Stevens will circle around, centering in, headed out of there. Still not out of play just yet. And now it is. Is it a corner or a throw-in? It's a corner. 4th one for Taylor. They have dominated possession tonight. 5 goals so far, 3 on goal, and 2 have gone in. No shots so far for Cincinnati Christian. A throw-in for Waltz. Over Claudio's head, end line. Right-footed away by Parrott to the CCU bench. And Waltz will jog up the near sideline and throw it in. Two along the near sideline, fighting for position with Katine. It goes out off the throw-in from Waltz, and Cincinnati Christian will throw it in. Caitlin Maldonado enters for Cincinnati Christian. They are thin on reserves. And so your place is Madison Katine. Zimmerman's kick held in by Taylor. To the middle, finds Hannah Davis. Try to slip away from the defender. Cannot. Plays it back to Torin. Popping it forward to Martinez. Sent out of there by CCU. Dempsey holds it in with the left foot. Now she'll jog forward and keep the possession. A right-footed pass, right side to Davis, who slips back to her right. Here's Massey charging in. She has 1 goal tonight, looking to send it to the box. She does. It's headed out of there as she was trying to connect with Stevens. Throwing her head on it was Parrott for Cincinnati Christian. It goes out, but across the end line, and Taylor's got their 5th corner of the opening half with about 27 minutes separating us before halftime, and Taylor on top by 2. A new role for Stevens this year, taking the corners. Did not take a lot of corners last year. Far corner, right foot in to the box in traffic, deflected away. Zimmerman fell down, the keeper for CCU. And now the Eagles try to clear. Waltz will hold it in. Over Doran's head for Taylor, then keeping it at her feet will be Klenk. Left side of the field, Neltner. And make that Davis with more fancy footwork. I got my hands confused. Torin to the middle and Stevens. Pushed away, and then she'll lay it on back to Martinez. To the right side of the box, Davis popping it in and over the goal and behind it as Hannah Davis trying to slip her on through. The first sub of the night for Taylor, Jordan Lehman, one of the juniors, will enter the next opportunity. A spirited first half here by Taylor. They've outshot Cincinnati Christian 5-0. And they lead 2-0 on goals by Lindley 2 and Riley Massey, whose parents are in attendance tonight. Claudio, the team's leading goal scorer, coming in. A high pass that Stevens knifes down with her right foot. The ball bounces out to the near sideline, and Waltz will keep running right around the new defender to the end line. Waltz trying to get it in. The ball rolled across the end line. And a late call comes in before that ball deflected around, and here comes Jordan Lehman in for Taylor. Big ovation for Torin, big ovation for Lehman coming in to Speller. 20 minutes gone, half one. TU on top, 2-0. Paired all the way to the far side of the field. Litzler right there to keep possession with Martinez marking her. A long one up the far side. Massey turns on the Jets. Trying to slow down. It looks like Parrott on that left side. Lehman now a thorn in the side of Klenk. Davis steps in and deflects it back to her teammate Martinez for Taylor. Lehman right side. A long pass to Stevens. Hard deflection off that right foot. McIntosh will sky it. Pinballs around as the ball to the far sideline, and Davis will control it. Taylor with possession. Martinez with the ball at her feet. Taylor going from right to left. Nice through ball to Claude Joe. It shall be whistled for an offside by just a hair. Second offside against Taylor tonight. A foul to either side. All 5 shots have been distributed evenly. Davis Stevens to Martinez Massey, with two in Massey, the 2 goal scorers. Lehman off the right side of her shoe to the far sideline, and Hannah Davis. Jogging, dancing to the end line, back to her left, stopped momentarily, scampers back to it. Litzler, Pesky inside the box. Claudia trying to run, ball stopped. Nice play by Parrott to poke it away. Back to Lehman. Left-footed riser that'll sail over the crossbar and out of play. It looks like raindrops might be starting to fall here at Turner Stadium as some folks start to grab for the umbrellas. Big spill on the right side of the field. Stevens is in the middle of it. She's slow to get back up. Play continues with Martinez at the top of the box. She'll turn and fire, and leaping into the air and denying Martinez a goal was Zimmerman with her second save of the night. This one much harder than the first, as she had to go to her left and leap into the air and catch it with the 2 gloved hands. As Stevens pops back to her feet, still a little bit gimpy, a little bit, favoring that right leg. 2, threads one through to Claude Joe, trying to run away from pressure. The ball deflected off of her feet after a nice challenge by whom? That looked to be Frankie Ibarra. CCU clears away. 3 subs about to come in for the Trojans. And it'll be 3 freshmen. Lindley 2 exits, Martina exits, Claude Joe exits. and Camille Hardy, the younger sister of Sam and current Taylor men's soccer player Owen Hardy, makes her first home appearance. Alana Rakes in as well, along with Sophia Snyder. So 3 freshmen come in to spell the Trojans at key offensive positions. Tevens off the back of her heel, back to Rakes, who's a talented player out of Ohio. She'll try to slither her way through 2 defenders. And again, Taylor has had the possession for 98% of this opening half. Waltz will usher Claudia Pedrosa to the turf, and she'll be whistled for the foul. This place is packed to the gills tonight. And still, some stragglers over there at the dining commons might be thinking about making their way over. So it is starting to rain a little bit here. We've had rain off and on throughout the day, just kind of a mist and a spit. To the end line it goes, and Williams able to scoop it up. And she'll clear it back away. Just the second or third time tonight that Cincinnati Christian has been able to carry the ball to their offensive half. That's the side of the field to our right. So a little bit of rain. Some folks reaching for the umbrella. Some folks just kind of trying to tuck their head underneath their jackets if they've worn them. Again, a beautiful night here in Upland, Indiana. 69 degrees, mostly cloudy. It is beautiful tonight to play soccer. Pedrosa tried to spin away from Rakes. She cut off the spin. Now the ball pinballs around in Taylor's attacking half. Pedrosa back with it. Tevens is a couple steps away. And then Lehman throws a right foot out there and is able to hold the ball in for Taylor. Right side to Davis. Pass behind Lehman. And now here comes CCU charging away. AC Hardy puts that nose in there, and she's able to deflect the ball back to Davis. Sidesteps to her right. Litzler knocked it away. Davis, plenty of space, though, to scoop it up and control it on the right sideline. Back to Hardy. Looking to her left now, looking to her right where she passes to Davis. 19:20 left to go first half. Taylor on top 2-0. Davis wanted to find Tevens, but CCU able to deflect it away. Now here's a pass. And Massey will usher Neltner down to the turf. That's a foul against Massey, and Neltner now down on the turf. Slow to get back up. And they will stop play, and head soccer athletic trainer Joe Walter will go out and take a look at Taylor Neltner, who now is held back to her feet. And Walter got just past the halfway mark of midfield. And now he'll run back, but to jubilant applause. Less than 19 minutes left to go in half number one. Taylor on top 2-0. Goals by Lindley 2 and then Riley Massey. A little bit of rain still coming down here. We can't see it from the floodlights, but you look down at the top of each of the respective team's dugout or team's benches. Those bus stop looking contraptions, and you can see there is a little precipitation on top there. And again, some folks have started reaching for the umbrellas. Still no shots for Cincinnati Christian. Taylor was 7, 4 on goal, and 2 have gone in. Again, Taylor applying the pressure that rolls out of play. Far sideline off of CCU, and again, Taylor will throw it in with Massey having the honor. off the top of Lehman's head. And out of bounds, and Cincinnati Christian will throw it in again. Taylor 2-1 on the year, all on the road before tonight. This actually starts a fairly healthy homestand for the Trojans. CCU playing their third contest of the year. They are 1-1. Back to the center circle, and Raina Williams, left side pass to Waltz. She'll skip and maneuver forward. To the middle, and Hardy wants to go to her right, pops the ball back to her left, too far or too short for Tevens to get to, but Waltz able to hold it in, and she'll send it down to Massey. Lehman in the middle, jogging to her right. Our head official darts out of the way of trouble. Tevens holds the ball in for TU. Right on her back was Neltner. Knocked it away. Sprinting far side is Maldonado. And it goes off of whom? I believe Cincinnati Christian. 2 more subs in for TU. Morgan Orm and Emma Walsh.
Now on for the Trojans. Number 17, Morgan Orm. Number 19, Emma Walsh.
Davis and Tevens exit. So they'll get a breather for the final 16:45 or so. To the middle of the box, Rakes was right there. It was shouldered away by a CCU defender. And then Massey pops it right back in to Hardy. Wanted to find Walsh. The ball slips on through, too far for Walsh to get to, and it's scooped up by Zimmerman, the keeper for CCU. Zimmerman has been tested early and often tonight, allowing 2 goals to go in. Megan Williams on the other end for the Trojans has had a spectator-like role this evening. McIntosh deflects it out, and another sub comes in for TU. It'll be Victoria Hilsey.
Now on for Taylor, number 22, Victoria Hilsey.
So Massey comes off. High five and a hug by head coach Scott Stan. Hilsey, one of the Trojans' goal scorers this season, her first of her collegiate career. Backline for Taylor now. Raina Williams, Waltz, Hilsey, and Dempsey. Rakes, Walsh, Orm, Lehman, Hardy, and Snyder. The ones offensively for Taylor, and of course, Megan Williams in the goal. End line, Orm trying to turn. Too big of a touch, and it sails across the end line. And Zimmerman will have the goal kick once again as we approach about a quarter hour left to go. Here the opening stands up between Taylor and CCU. Trojans on top, 2-0. Zimmerman waving Litzler up on the near sideline, and now Litzler will walk back in just a couple steps after urging from the CCU bench down below us and to our left. Neltner trying to shake away from Hilsey, who denies that. It goes out off of Hilsey, but a good defensive play there by 22 in white. Snyder and Walsh tag team to keep the ball in Taylor's favor. Hilsey will pop it in. Walsh measuring. McIntosh back up near midfield. Hilsey trying to step through. It's played back. And now Neltner will drive a pass forward behind the intended target of Hance. And Williams will steal it away for Taylor and back to the midfield line and Jordan Lehman. Lehman in deep. Snyder trying to race after it. Maldonado trying to get there. Snyder the first one to it to the end line. Curling into her left, into the box, to the middle, through Walsh. And it sails out of play as Snyder sprinted to the end line, hit the corner hard, turned it in, and sent a beautiful pass to Walsh. That was just a step from Walsh tapping it into the goal to give Taylor a 3-0 advantage. A short kick by Zimmerman. Rakes trying to press it forward. It deflected off of her and Litzler for CCU. They send it in deep to CCU. Hance there with Raina Williams, and Hance will kick it out. Vice President of Student Development, Dr. Skip Trudeau, keeps that ball within reaching distance. Good job by Dr. Trudeau, and we can play on. Waltz sending it high into the air, curling to the middle of the field is Litzler. Hardy heads on forward. And this one will sail out of play. Close to a man that was just leisurely walking up the walkway.
Now on for the Trojans, number 2, Emma.
Another freshman comes in for the Trojans, Emma Shoemaker. There's a lot of youth out there on the field for Taylor tonight. Right now, we look down there. The only upperclassmen out there are Megan Williams in the goal, Raina Williams defensively, Lehman a junior, Walsh and Orm. Everyone else a sophomore or younger. Hilsey also an elder stateswoman out there as well. But here's Dempsey, one of the freshmen, who are trying to find her classmate A.C. Hardy. Pass is intercepted by Windish. But then Dempsey makes up for it and steals it right away as Windish pounds her right fist into the turf in frustration. Long pass intended for Walsh. Just a slightly off target. Rake's able to hold it in and pop it over to Hardy. To the middle and Orm. Wanted to slip it on through to Walsh. Could not. Then Orm plays it on back to the midfielder Hardy. And Camille Hardy from long range. It sails high and over. Her brothers know a thing or two about scoring goals on this field. And so AC wanted to add her name to the list of Hardy goal scorers here at Turner Stadium. But it sails high and over. And 11:43 left to go here in half one. It is still all Taylor, as they have outshot CCU tonight 9-0. 2-0 advantage, 2 in Massey, your goal scorers. Hilsey filling to the middle, in between Rakes and Orm. Rakes back to Orm, back into space to Shoemaker. She'll sprint to her right, trying to play it across the field. Taylor tries to switch the point of attack. It's deflected to the middle, and Hardy. She'll volley to the middle, and Rakes. She'll turn and almost send a blaster in, but it was deflected down once again by a CCU defender. Lehman has her jersey tugged, and there's the foul as it comes against Clank, who got a fistful of that number 9 Jordan Lehman uniform, stretching it out a little bit. Williams a free kick. This will be 15 yards inside midfield left side. Taylor shooting on the goal to our left, about 10.5 to go before halftime. Taylor on top 2-0. Back to Williams into the box over Walsh's head. Orm is onside. She'll try to volley it out of the air. Into the air still. It's deflected down by Zimmerman. Still not cleared yet by CCU. It goes off over Snyder's head on the right side of the box. She still has it. Fakes to her left, goes right back into Hardy. She'll slip through. Right side of the box. A shot deflected off of the fingertips of Zimmerman. And then Walsh buries it. And Taylor on top 3-0. Just shy of 10 minutes remaining in the opening half. First goal of the year for Walsh. And Taylor's put a stranglehold 3-0 lead on Cincinnati Christian, just like they did against the Eagles a year ago. Lehman has it taken away by Clank. And then Lehman gets called for the foul, taking Clank's legs out from underneath her. CCU trying to hold it in here. This might be their longest offensive possession of the night. Litzler trying to get away from Shoemaker. Centering ball headed nicely, but right out of play by Clank, who leapt into the air. But then instead of trying to be able to bend it to her left, she hit it right back to where the ball came from. And it went out of play, and now Williams will set up the goal kick. An 11-shot first half for Taylor. First shot of the night there for CCU by Clank, their leading goal scorer. Ibarra holding it in for CCU. Hands trying to head it forward. Williams around. Lehman wanted to find Shoemaker, held in nicely by Clank. Clank almost slipped away from both Lehman and Shoemaker, could not. A long pass finds the feet of Emma Walsh, the third goal scorer of the night for Taylor. Rakes will blast it on deep, and now Orm will sprint on forward. She can go one-on-one with Zimmerman, angling to her right, to the top of the box. She'll almost knock it in. Zimmerman got her fingertips on it, and then collapsed on top of the ball before Snyder could bang in the rebound. Taylor's offense has been clicking on all cylinders here tonight. Taylor looks for a handball that won't come. Rakes will steal it at midfield. She's got plenty of options to either side. She wants to thread it through to Walsh. Goes all the way to her classmate Snyder, trying to pump it back to Walsh. Deflected around. Walsh got her feet tangled up with Parrott, and she couldn't get there in time before McIntosh sent it up that left sideline. Now Hilsey will turn and give it a go, but the ball rolls out of play just before Victoria could play it on forward to Snyder. 7:37 and counting here in half one, a 3-0 Taylor advantage here in the opening half. It looks like the rain has started back up here once again. Shoemaker, big first touch, sent back, trying to leg it out as Hance, and she won't be able to get to it before it rolls into the Taylor bench. Shoemaker throws it into Orm, losing her footing. The Taylor bench asking for a foul, and they will not get it. 7 minutes left to go, half one. 3-0 the Taylor lead over CCU. Williams bumped from behind hard by Pedrosa. Dempsey fills and heads it into space. Hardy will sky it all the way to the other end of the field. Hits the turf once, knocked down off of Walsh's shoulder, and now here comes Hardy with a head of steam forward. Curling it near side to Orm. Back into space. Rakes trying to slip behind the D. Cutting in front of her path at the last moment was Parrott on a sneaky little pass from Orm that Rakes could have gone 1v1 with Zimmerman if it was not for Parrott. Shoemaker a throw into the open Lehman. Goes off of a couple of players and will be last touched by Clank of CCU, and Shoemaker will throw it in again. Rakes was open, then she'll play it back to Shoemaker after pressure came in quickly. Lehman to her right, wants to go back to her left, does. She'll fire one from long range, deflected down just off the toe of Snyder. She'll get back to it. She'll right foot one just wide of the right side post. Sophia Snyder playing in just her second game of her college career. That was her first shot of her collegiate career, as the rain has picked up here once again. Rakes holds it in the middle of the field. Left-footed pass intended for Orm, then Orm does a good job to box down and let Rakes scoop it up. To Shoemaker, off the feet of Walsh. Back heel kick by Hardy. To Lehman. Snyder racing in. Now she'll try to scamper on it on the far sideline. Back to Hilsey. On the ground to Lehman. Then back to Hilsey again, right side of the field. Into the box with the right foot. Too tall for Walsh. Deflected right back perfectly to Shoemaker at a back pedal to set her feet. Shoemaker to the middle. Rakes. Left foot burner. It'll be scooped up by Zimmerman. Less than 5 to go here in the opening half. A 3-0 Taylor lead. Goals by Lindley 2, Riley Massey, and Emma Walsh off a deflection. And now they call Shoemaker for the foul as she got tangled up with Hance. And that will draw a strong disagreement from the Taylor faithful here tonight. Riley Massey, the Trojans' goal scorer, one of the ones that was the most angered by the lack of a foul call. And then her teammates jokingly boxed her out so she will not draw the eye of our head official. Free kick into the box, nicely done, and a save by Williams on her first shot that she's faced all night. First shot on goal tonight for CCU, their second shot overall, and a beautiful free kick. It bounced into the box and then was headed along by one of the Eagles. And now Walsh will play one into space to Snyder. She's got Orm on the other side, and she'll try to turn the corner. Snyder, end line, dribbling in, just blasted behind Orm as she was too close to the goal. And this one will just roll out of play. And a CCU player down on the field, and now they will bring out athletic trainer Joe Walter to take a look. We'll pause momentarily. 3:36 to go, first half. Taylor out front, 3-0. The injured CCU player is Corinne Windish, who scored the lone goal for the Eagles in their last time out against the University of the Cumberlands. So the athletic training staff will attend to her. And there's 3:31 left to go here in the opening half. Taylor leading Cincinnati Christian 3-0. They have held the ball in their offensive half for pretty much this entire opening stanza so far. Hilsey, Lehman, to Rakes. Back to the near side, and her classmate Shoemaker. Big first touch, no one near Shoemaker, so he's able to scamper onto it quickly. Down to Orm, back to Lehman. 3 defenders around her, no trouble for Jordan Lehman, who threads it back to the near side. At the left edge of the box, and Shoemaker. Her centering pass deflected. Walsh came crashing in. The ball still loose in the box. Walsh fighting for it. There's Orm out of nowhere, who curled it around the defender. Zimmerman saved it, and she'll fall on it right before Walsh could try to poke another rebound home. Fifth stop of the night for Zimmerman. And Orm has gotten dangerously close to a couple of tallies tonight. Shoemaker. Good pressure on the back of Litzler. Overplayed. And it rolls out off of CCU. Lehman pivots back to the middle to her left. She'll dribble, or should I say drop it on back to Dempsey. So a little more rain coming off and on here, as it looks like Little Cell just caught the edge of us here in Upland, Indiana. We had off and on during the tennis matches earlier today. Wasn't really expecting a lot of rain today, just about a 5% chance, but it's kind of sprouted up here as of late on a cool August night. $14 shots, 8 on goal for TU. And Zimmerman has turned away 5 of them. 3 have gotten past her. Rakes in the corner. To her left, and she'll curl it in. Over Hardy's head, bouncing back, weak side to Shoemaker. Off the bounce, Zimmerman fumbles it and able to keep it from bouncing out of play. First shot by Shoemaker tonight. I think that'll be save number 6 for Zimmerman. Hands trying to slip behind the D. Being chased down from behind by Dempsey and Williams. And then Hance will kick the ball wide right.
1 minute remaining.
You hear the call, 1 minute left to go here in half one. Second shot by Hans tonight. "15 shots for Taylor, 9 on goal, 3 for CCU, 1 on goal. And Taylor out front 3-0 with 3 different goal scorers, 2 Massey and Walsh. This one headed out of play by CCU. Shoemaker will throw it in as we approach 22 seconds remaining before halftime. Out again. Shoemaker will throw it in one more time. And again, Shoemaker to throw it in.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6.
So that will bring us to the end
4, 3,
of the first half as Shoemaker throws it in. Hardy will sky it. And 45 minutes are in the books here from Turner Stadium, and it's all Trojans right now. A 3-0 lead over Cincinnati Christian. We'll take a break for the BSN Sports Halftime Report. When we come back, we'll have those halftime stats and more here on the Trojan Sports Network.
The decision you're making is about so much more than where you'll spend the next 4 years. It's about how you'll live the next 40. So let me break down the Taylor University experience. We integrate faith and learning to become well-rounded, lifelong learners, while delivering a deeper knowledge of our specific areas of study. Whether you're producing award-winning films, building satellites for NASA, or preparing for a national ethics debate, Taylor will push you to excel in your field. But excellence isn't always about having the right answers. Sometimes it's about asking the right questions. Taylor is interdenominational. That means we can't always fall back on specific church doctrine to settle issues. We rely on scripture and the dynamic nature of iron sharpening iron to better know the God who's not afraid of our question. Much of this happens in the small town of Upland, Indiana, the place where Taylor does life together. But don't let this small town fool you. The schedule is packed with things to do, and through these activities, faculty, staff, and students become more than individuals occupying the same address. They become a community. But this community isn't limited to the campus. We travel, boy do we travel. We are ranked as one of the top 10 schools in the country for overseas experiences. But it isn't just about the going. It's about the sharing of those experiences and being challenged by those who come to Upland as their international experience. Taylor is one of a few Christian colleges that expects all students to have a relationship with Jesus Christ. Now, this doesn't mean Taylor's a Christian Disneyland, full of cardboard cutout perfection. Taylor is full of real people with real problems, and living together can get kind of messy. But in that mess, we take Jesus' call from John 13 seriously. We practice picking up our towel and dealing with the mess in each other's lives. We're not here just to follow the rules for 4 years. Instead, we hope to learn to live authentic lives, calling each other to lives of meaning. Every day, our focus remains on the 40, not just the 4. We'd love to show you more about Taylor. Come visit, sit in on a class, go to chapel, spend a night in a residence hall. Experience the difference for yourself.
What limits you? too small, too old, insecure, broken. You have no limits. Rethink your limits.
Best One Tire and Auto Care Upland is proud to support Taylor University Athletics. Located at 148 South Main Street, Best One is open 6 days a week. Owner Mike Pearson and his staff offer replacement tires from manufacturers such as Bridgestone, Firestone, and Goodyear. Customers can also shop for tires from the comfort of their home by using the online tire finder. When it's time for mechanical repairs, Best One's ASE certified technicians can perform a wide range of services to get their customers back on the road. Taylor Athletics says thank you to Mike Pearson and everyone at Best One Tire and Auto Care Upland.
It's true. Many of us spend more time thinking about what's for dinner than thinking about retirement. But if you think your retirement needs deserve more attention, we agree, and we'd like to help. Your local Edward Jones financial advisors, Ryan Jones, Mark Sieglin, and Rob Sisson, can help you get started today. They are proud corporate partners of Taylor University Athletics. Edward Jones, making sense of investing.
Ivanhoe's has been serving Taylor students since 1965, when Ivan and Carol Slane purchased the restaurant. Located on Main Street, Ivanhoe's is less than a mile from the Taylor campus and is open 7 days a week. The menu features choices for lunch, dinner, as well as 100 different milkshakes and sundaes. Customers can find other dessert items as well. The staff is proud to support Taylor University and appreciates the support of Ivanhoe's through the years.
Your heart? Well, your heart is everything to you and your body, and its favorite place to be is home. Marion General Hospital has been named a nationally accredited chest pain center, which is the highest accomplishment in cardiovascular care. We are proud to provide our community with a team of cardiac experts throughout MGH, from our ambulance and emergency room to our cardiovascular departments, in partnership with our experienced local cardiologists and interventional cardiologists from St. Vincent's Medical Group. The same level of cardiovascular expertise in bigger cities at larger hospitals is available right here. Everyone has their expertise. At MGH, our expertise is your heart, bringing the best in the nation home to you. Your heart is in the right place at MGH.
Since opening in the late 1980s, the Maddox Family Dental Center has been focusing on providing the highest quality dental care for their patients. Children to adults can receive a full-service treatment to meet their dental needs. The Maddox Family Dental Center has 2 locations in Hartford City and Dunkirk and always welcomes new patients. The Maddox Family Dental Center, a proud corporate partner of Taylor University Athletics.
What limits you? Too small, too old, insecure, broken. You have no limits. Rethink your limits.
Best One Tire and Auto Care Upland is proud to support Taylor University Athletics. Located at 148 South Main Street, Best One is open 6 days a week. Owner Mike Pearson and his staff offer replacement tires from manufacturers such as Bridgestone, Firestone, and Goodyear. Customers can also shop for tires from the comfort of their home by using the online tire finder. When it's time for mechanical repairs, Best One's ASE certified technicians can perform a wide range of services to get their customers back on the road. Taylor Athletics says thank you to Mike Pearson and everyone at Best One Tire and Auto Care Upland.
Greek's Pizzeria in Upland opened its doors in December of 2017. Over the years, there have been more than 140 Greeks opened across the country, with 24 Indiana locations. When it comes to pizza, Greeks offers customers the option to create their own pizza or to try one of Greek's specialized pizzas. Greeks uses fresh, homemade, hand-tossed dough, Greek's Italian sauce, select blended cheeses, gourmet toppings, and the same method of preparation since the first restaurant opened in 1969. The kitchen can also whip up a sandwich served on fresh French-style bread, or can put that sandwich into a pizza shell wrap. Customers can also add breadsticks or French-style bread as a side item. Greeks also offers a selection of salads and assorted dressings as well. Greeks is located just off Main Street in Upland and is a proud supporter of Taylor University Athletics. Greek's Pizzeria, it's our taste. Join the Trojan Club today and support Taylor student athletes 12 months a year. The Trojan Club has 6 different levels of membership for you to choose from. You can join for as low as $100 all the way up to the athletic director level for $1,500. Each level receives premiums, complimentary season tickets, as well as gifts from the athletic department. Members also receive special recognition during halftime of the annual Silent Night game. In recent years, members have helped supply the funds for a sports information position, purchasing equipment for teams and the athletic training staff, and providing broadcasts of Trojan athletics, like the one you're enjoying right now. With the support of alumni and friends, the Taylor combination of spiritual growth, outstanding academics, and a highly competitive intercollegiate athletic program can continue. To join, call 765-998-5311 or log on to athletics.taylor.edu and search Trojan Club. The Trojan Club, supporting Taylor University student athletes.
What limits you? Too small, too old, insecure, broken. You have no limits. Rethink your limits.
Best One Tire and Auto Care Upland is proud to support Taylor University Athletics. Located at 148 South Main Street, Best One is open 6 days a week. Owner Mike Pearson and his staff offer replacement tires from manufacturers such as Bridgestone, Firestone, and Goodyear. Customers can also shop for tires from the comfort of their home by using the online tire finder. When it's time for mechanical repairs, Best One's ASE certified technicians can perform a wide range of services to get their customers back on the road. Taylor Athletics says thank you to Mike Pearson and everyone at Best One Tire and Auto Care Upland.
Welcome back here to Turner Stadium. Our BSN Sports first half stats. Taylor outshoots Cincinnati Christian 15-3, including 9-1 in shots on goal. And Taylor with the ball. This will slip out of play. The starter's back out there for TU. So it's Dempsey and Williams, the center backs for the Trojans. The left and right backs, Walt on the left, Massey on the right, one of the goal scorers now ready for Taylor. Your midfielders, well, those would be Hannah Martinez, Lindley, Danielle Torin. And then your forwards, Hannah Davis, Aaron Tevens, and Allie Claudio. 3-0 Taylor lead. Our first half stats brought to you by BSN Sports. Near side, Endline Davis pops it behind her heels. Back to Massey, a goal tonight. She'll curl it into the box. Trying to back her way in. It's knocked out of there by Zimmerman, the keeper for CCU. Torn holds it in, deflected down to her. Trying to slip through traffic, popping it into space. And Claudio back there to Martinez. Left foot's in behind Claudio. Too far for her to get to. It rolls across the end line, and back it goes to CCU. Taylor in the home whites, jerseys and shorts. Purple numbers, purple letters, trimmed in gold. CCU in the road blues with gray numbers, trimmed in white. Taylor shooting on the goal to our right here in the second half. A goal change for the Trojans, and the senior Lauren Camerano getting the start here in the second half. That's what Taylor has done. And now the first 4 games here of 2019 as they try to solidify a starting goalkeeper as they get ready for the conference play in the Crossroads League in a couple of weeks. Martinez along to Waltz, who steps through and pops it forward up that far sideline to Allie Claudio. An assist already for Claudio tonight. Hits the brakes, goes back to her right, bump from behind, spins back over that shoulder, centers one through, knifing in as Davis knocks it down, spins it back to the top of the box, and Martinez, whose shot is blocked down. Then Stevens will pop it back to Martinez one more time, and this one goes wide. And a goal kick by Zimmerman, who had 6 saves in the opening half for CCU. Massey knocking it down. Taylor defeated CCU 5-0 last year in Cincinnati. And Stevens takes the interception from Martinez to the middle, and Claudio knocked down. Claudio still working it forward. Wanted to slip it back through. Somehow it finds Stevens, who dances in. Her shot is blocked. Back to Lindley, 2 still with it at her feet. To the near side, and Hannah Davis. Right edge of the box. Davis looking to her left. Pops it back there. 2 with a 1 touch, and it screams over the crossbar. Taylor continuing to try to put the pressure on here. Still not satisfied with a 3-0 advantage. Waltz, Martinez, Hannah to Hannah, both get their heads on it. And now Hannah Davis will scamper on a loose ball. In the right side of the box, turning in on the end line. Back to Stevens in the middle, settles it. Shot was blocked. And it bounces just out of the reach of Hannah Martinez. Davis to Massey, skying one in. Zimmerman with a good read on it, and she'll snag it there in the box for Cincinnati Christian. Someone down there said, good work, Hannah. But there's 4 young ladies that we mentioned on the field right now named Hannah. So not sure which one he mentioned, but we'll say that he was meaning all 4. Here's Danielle Torin, not Hannah, into Allie Claudio, who is also not named Hannah. End line, Claudio just a step away before she could play it back. Across the end line, a goal kick upcoming here for Cincinnati Christian. First sub of the second half. It'll be Cabrilla Francis entering for CCU. She replaces Frankie Ibarra.
Kansas.
Martinez got her head on that goal kick. Now the ball bounces back to her feet. Claudio wanted to get their path cut off. And then Cincinnati Christian will kick it out of bounds, and T will throw it in with Hannah Waltz. To the corner in Claudio. Hannah Davis, step over move, accelerating to the end line, beats the defender, looking to center it. Back there, and it's in! It's Tevens burying it from Hannah Davis as she slithered her way to the end line, and Tevens gets her second goal of the season, and Taylor leads 4-0.
Goal by number 12, Marion Tevens. Assist by number 11, Hannah Davis.
Second assist for Davis in her senior campaign. Was a great facilitator a year ago for Taylor with 4 helpers. Was tied for third on the team in that category with Tevens. The top 2 returning assisters from a year ago. 38-35 and counting here in half number 2, and Taylor leads 4-0. Out of bounds. Katine will throw it in. Kicked out of bounds off of Taylor, and Cincinnati Christian will throw it in along the far sideline. They shoot on the goal to our left. They'll face a new keeper here in the second half, and the senior Lauren Camerano out of Massachusetts. Pass from Martinez goes off the hand on a deflection by a CCU player. "20 shots for Taylor tonight, half have been on frame. Raina Williams to take the free kick. Headed into the air by CCU. Massey had it, and then the player Neltner went up and then took a spill as she collided with Massey. Ball deflected back to the feet of the aforementioned Massey. Long pass to Tevens. She'll pop it into space and accelerate forward. She'll lay it back to the middle, and Danielle Torn, who maneuvers to her left. A high volley shot will sail wide left, and it goes out of play. Again, the Trojans holding it in their attacking half just like they did in half 1. Tevens accelerating to the end line, stops the ball. Back to the middle it's sent. And deflected out of there by Clank. She stopped that pass on the end line. Torrin in the middle. A long-range try, wide right. And out of play it goes. And it looks like Davis will be called for the foul against Taylor as she got tangled up with Litzler, and Litzler fell down. Or lost her footing, I should say. 5th foul against Taylor. First one here of the second half. But CCU unable to clear it out. Then is kicking it out of play is Parrott. And Massey accelerates up the near sideline. She'll throw it in. Actually, Davis will be the one to toss it in for Taylor. Tevens quickly sends it to the middle. Martinez crashing. Player falls down. Martinez tried to maneuver around her, could not. And the ball sent right back to the feet of Massey of Taylor. Tracking it's Davis. It goes out off of Massey. And CC will throw it in as the Trojan forward, Hannah Davis, tried to keep her eyes on it. Massey keeps it in. Same thing on the near sideline. Hannah Davis down to Lindley, too. Massey through, Torin threw a leg out there, couldn't get it, but two able to hold it in, pops it right to the middle, and Hannah Martinez. Into space, and now Claudio will close on the left side. Circling in, pass to the middle, sent away by the left foot of it looked like Parrott of Cincinnati Christian. Claudio again, wanting to find Tevens in the middle. And CCU clears it out, and a corner cup coming for TU. In case you're wondering, the kids here at Taylor can spell. Two carrying in the middle. Beautiful pass through, just a little bit too far for Davis, who does have excellent speed. Scooped up by Zimmerman, and she'll get it out of there for Cincinnati Christian. That is one of the more fun things that the Taylor students will do here during soccer matches. They will spell out either Taylor men's soccer, or Taylor women's soccer, or like they did tonight, Lady Trojan soccer. Now, if they want to get really interesting, they will spell out Taylor University soccer. Now, that's where things get fun. Also fun watching Tevens pirouette from would-be defenders. CCU gets it away. Out of play, Massey will throw it in near sideline, a former state champion in the state of Ohio. Torn from Tevens. Right side is two. To space, and she found Ali Claudio on a beautiful pass, and Claudio tried to go top corner, opposite side, after Lindley, too, just threaded the needle beautifully. First shot of the night for Claudio. Looking for more as she carries in the middle. Pass too far for two. Near sideline, Davis. Now she'll angle to her left. Steps through a tackle. Davis left-footed rocket right to the stomach of Zimmerman for a stop. Her seventh save of the night for Zimmerman. Two subs coming in for TU. It'll be Lauren Sinna, the freshman, and Laura Cloudy, the sophomore. Massey, big first touch, takes her right to the middle on the near side. Legs taken out from underneath, play on called. Massey's tough, she pops right back up. Taylor still with the possession. Martinez will snake it away from a defender. Rising shot snagged in the gloves of Zimmerman again. Martinez with her fifth shot of the night to lead Taylor. She has been close a couple times. We could say that for a lot of different Trojan players this evening. 25 shots now on goal, or shots on the night, and total, I should say, 13 been on frame. So Dempsey gets her first breather of the night. Massey will come off as well. Now Sinna with the ball at her feet. Martinez, a big turnover that left shoulder. CCU clears into space, and Claudio digging her heart out to that far side. Can't get to it in time, but he's kicked out of play by a Cincinnati Christian defender. I believe that was Maldonado. And so T will throw it in from that far corner. Into Martinez with three defenders around her on the end line. She'll pop it back to Claudio, who heels it back to Waltz. Into the box it goes. No one there for Taylor, and so Zimmerman will snag it on the hop. Just about 15 minutes into the second half. Taylor on top 4-0 thanks to the second half goal here by Tevens. Comes at the 53-minute mark of tonight's contest. 4 different goal scorers tonight for the Trojans. 2 Massey, Walsh, and Tevens. And 3 have been on assists. Torin, Claudio, and Davis. The last one to her forward mate, Aaron Stevens, Hannah Davis. Yes. Frankie Ibarra in for CCU, replacing whom? That'll be number 19. That is Corella Francis, who came in for Ibarra to start. Wind continues to rustle here on a Saturday night, last day of August, or first day of September if you're our friend Michelle in Australia. Claudio sashaying her way into the middle of the field. Little pop to Tevens. 1 goal in the second half. Shot was blocked as she tried to really turn it loose. Deflected back to center, right side, back into the box it goes, and it's sent away from trouble once again by Ashley Parrott of CCU. Tevens put a lot of juice behind that one. It was blocked back. She took a spill, but she was okay. Senna curls it into the box. Martinez was reading it, but it's headed away before she can get any arm or any shoulder or head on it. Martinez over the defenders' heads, bouncing back to Parrott. Then back to the left side of the field. It'll be held in by Hannah Waltz as Taylor shoots on the goal to our right. Turning in is Claudio. Continue to go in. Shot on the run. One hopper easily snagged by Zimmerman. Her 9th stop of the night. Make it her 10th. "26 shots to only 3 for Cincinnati Christian tonight. Taylor has played offense, I'd say 95% of the night so far. CCU gets to the other end of the field. Raina Williams back for Taylor. She'll pop it up the far sideline, off target, intended for Hannah Waltz. Now with 28 minutes remaining in our second half, CCU will throw it in along the far sideline across from us. Heading it in was Hans, but no one was there behind her as Claddy, who was a midfielder last year, will play as a defender here tonight, coming in to replace Hannah Dempsey. Fellow Colorado native just like her. Hannah Davis accelerating near side. It goes off of Davis, and Litzler was the one that challenged. She'll throw it in for the Eagles. But then CCU has a deflect out of play, and so Senna will throw it in once again for the Trojans. Claudio running through challenges, back to Senna. To the middle and Torrin, too far for her, but Waltz will jog in easily with no pressure around her. Waltz from way outside. Just wide right as she tried to go top shelf near side. Smooth as silk was Waltz as she came in there. And a short play here to Parrott off the goal kick. Parrott able to get it away before trouble could come. Claddy heads it back into the middle of the field on Taylor's attacking side. Nice pass to Neltner for CCU. Came from Pedrosa. Neltner, Senna marking her. Neltner trying to get around her. Claddy back there to help. And now Laura will play it up to Lindley too. Claudio got a toe on it. Racing in is Davis, so she will now accelerate up the near side of the field. A big second touch from Davis. She'll carry in right side of the box. Davis will send it to the weak side, just wide of that far post, as Tevens was a couple steps away from trying to redirect it on. A splendid run by Davis up the near side of the field, who just left CCU defenders in her dust. Ball bounces up. Handball here against Ibarra. Martinez was on top to take the free kick. And now here's Lindley, too, who had a free kick a little bit closer in towards the end of that first half against Northwestern Ohio that she almost put into the upper left corner to end that first half in Ohio over in Lima. Here's her first free kick of the night. This one, let's call it 30 yards out left side. 2-woman wall, and now Hannah Davis will join the wall as well. Now it's a 4-woman wall. Davis sprints out of there. 2, a low one that bounces in A little screamer that'll come to the near side, easily stopped by Zimmerman. Pretty clean game here so far. Just 9 fouls between the two teams. No cards have been issued either way. Senna to the midfielder, Torin. To the fellow midfielder in the center circle, Hannah Martinez. Passed the ball behind Tevens as she was cutting to the middle, and now it's a foot race to the far side corner. Maldonado for CC will beat Tevens there. She can't clear it, though, and Waltz will hold it in for the TU side. Waltz, a right-footed high one that Zimmerman able to make it with her fingertips, and she almost backed into the goal. Second time Waltz has dialed it up from long distance, and this one much better than the first one. And the first one wasn't shabby at all. Waltz almost tackled from behind, and the foul finally comes, and Waltz gets a shove from behind as well. It looked like it was Madison Katine, the one that had her wrapped up. Torin, Claudio cannot get through the tackle attempt. Nicely done by McIntosh. But then 2 takes it right away from Ibarra, back for Taylor. 2 surveying. Wanted Claudio, cannot connect. Raina putting her nose in there. That's Raina Williams for Taylor. But Hance able to come out of that scrum. The flag is up on the far side, and it's an offside against Cincinnati Christian. Their first offside of the night. Taylor now has taken 30 shots tonight to just 3 for Cincinnati Christian. The Trojans with 16 on goal. Just 1 for the visitors. It was a splendid 1 on goal at that, but they could not beat the starter, Megan Williams. Hannah Davis trying to elude the defender, and Ibarra could not. But Claddy holds it in for Taylor. Now she'll find Torn in the middle. That holding midfielder, one of the 3 senior tri-captains for TU, back to 2. Pressing forward, she's got Claudio to her left if she wants. Back to Davis. It was too far as Hannah went running in. Now she sprints back to the near side. And an offside is called against the aforementioned Hannah Davis. Third offside against the home team tonight. Kate Kortenhoven, one of the sophomores for Taylor, about to make her first appearance of the evening. A 4-0 Taylor lead with 22-12 and counting here in the second half, and here comes Kortenhoven. She'll replace her classmate Allie Claudio. And Claudio gets a nice ovation. 2 shots and an assist for the Trojans, the leading goal scorer coming in. It's the assist for Claudio was on that Massey missile back in the first half. Martinez steps through a challenge, long pass near sideline to the creative Hannah Davis. Davis right edge of the box. Cannot shake away from the defender, keeps the ball on her feet, trying to turn the corner. Wrestled away, and then both players go for a spill. And the foul will go against Hannah Davis as Jody Litzler locked horns with 11 in white. TU fans still healthy in number, not happy with that call against one of the senior captains. But then 2 makes quick work of the free kick in the defensive half for CCU, and now she'll play it over to Tevens. A little misreception there for Aaron off the toe, but here comes Senna pressing forward. Senna's pass deflected, but it finds the feet of Tevens. She's got some room to work. She'll poke it to the end line. Davis trying to get there, and it just rolls away from her. Lehman back to midfield for Taylor, about to make her first appearance of the second half. And she comes in to get Danielle Torrin. This ball sent to the seats. There's one of our student workers, Leah, whose water bottle knocked down, that she held it up, said everything was fine with the water bottle, and she got a rousing ovation from some of those wily Taylor students down to our right. Some of them went to go get a snack or two, but they have come back just as strong as they were in the first half. Nice long pass to Kortenhoven with the fresh legs off the bench. Can she get to the end line before the ball? She cannot. But a good idea there for TU, and here comes the last young lady that is dressed for the Trojans tonight that does not come in. That will change here with Ava Hubbard making her collegiate debut. She comes in to get Lindley too.
Now on for Taylor, number 21, Ava Hubbard.
So Hubbard makes her collegiate debut. Martinez knocks down the goal kick. She'll slither her way through and take the ball back. Wanted to find Lehman, stolen away from her. Less than 19 minutes to go here in the second half. It'll be Ibarra wanting to find Hance on the right side. Williams runs out to go mark her. Pass back to the middle. Lehman will right shoe this one away to the far sideline where it finds the feet of Kate Kortenhoven. Her classmate Tevens back to their classmate Claddy. 3 sophomores out there for Taylor. The freshman Ava Hubbard will carry across midfield. Hubbard angling to her left. She's got Tevens in front. Ball's knocked down momentarily. They couldn't get it to Tevens cleanly. And then Cincinnati Christian tries to clear it away. But the ball deflects back to the knees of Hubbard. Taken away by Pedroza. And then Ibarra. That short one knifed down as they tried to find Katine by Hannah Waltz. To the center circle and Lehman. Back across midfield goes Taylor. Martinez with a head of steam left side. Back to the middle, there's Tevens, a one-touch rocket. A low bouncer that's smothered up by Zimmerman for her 11th, making her 13th save of the night. Now 31 shots for Taylor. They had 15 in the first half. They have 16 here so far in the second. Hubbard down to Lehman. Claddy to the center circle and Martinez. And now Waltz, who's had 2 long-range shots so far in the second half. She'll want a third one here, and Zimmerman comes way off the line and makes a basket catch. Zimmerman came in with 10 saves on the season. She's got 13 here so far tonight. And now a ball rolls all the way to the other side of the field. Centering pass, it got through the legs of Williams off the foot of Hance. They wanted to find Katine. They could not. Did CCU. It goes out across the end line, and Taylor will throw it in from deep, deep, deep in their defensive side of the field. Another save for Zimmerman. 14 for her tonight. 32 shots for Taylor, 18 on goal. Kortenhoven, a big touch. Tevens is in front of her. And now it looks like Kortenhoven will cut to the middle. Tevens trying to find her, pass off the feet of Parrott. And to the end line it goes. Another corner for Taylor. That's their 8th one of the night. And here come Morgan Orm and Emma Walsh for TU. As they'll go get Hannah Davis and Aaron Tevens. And a corner kick from the far side for the Trojans. Right foot in swinger. Knocked down on the turf, pops through. Martinez looked to have gotten her foot on it, and it was Zimmerman who scooped it up. On another save here for Zimmerman, that gives her 15 on the evening. Alana Rakes and Massey back there in midfield, ready to come in. Massey to return to the contest. Rakes to make her first appearance of half 2. But Ibarra will race forward for CCU, trying to slip it on through to Mance. She got behind the D of Cinna, sent it on to the backside, knocked down by Waltz and cleared away by Raina Williams. Still not out of trouble yet as Ibarra comes crashing into Lehman, and a foul comes against Lehman, and she is absolutely beside herself. Taylor fans not happy. TU head coach Scott Stan getting an explanation from our official on the near side. Katine, free kick in, stopped, deflected away by Camerano, cleared away by the Taylor D momentarily, and the shot sent high and over by, it looks like, Pedroza. So a save for Camerano. Martinez exits for TU. And Raina Williams will also get a breather for the Trojans with less than 14 minutes to go here in half number 2. Taylor has been in control of this one since late in the first half when Walsh scored to give Taylor a 3-0 advantage. They now lead by 4. They still have not allowed a goal this year. Hubbard comes barreling in, and Hubbard gets called for the foul as she takes out Litzler, excuse me. So everyone that is dressed tonight for Taylor has played. Lehman off of her knee. To the top of the box is where that free kick was sent. Kortenhoven with pressure, trying to get away from Katine. She did. Now Lehman will find a sprinting Kortenhoven left side. To the middle, too far for anybody to get to. Rakes was the closest one to it. But Parrott sent it out of danger for CCU. But an offside will be whistled here against the Eagles, their second one of the evening. Massey, a free kick to Orm. She's got a sprint to get to the end of the near sideline and get to it before it rolls out. She did. Cinna back across midfield and Claddy. They'll take it across the midline herself. Rakes to Hubbard. Wanting Walsh. Pass came a little bit too late, and it was sent away by CCU. And now Massey pushing Hance across midfield, and Riley gets called for the foul. Was upset, but goes back to go play D. There's some counting going on down below us, and I am not sure what they are counting. But whatever it is, they are emphatic with their counting. Free kick bounces on through momentarily. Walsh with it back at her feet. Rakes trying to put her nose in there. Want to try to push it forward. Now her classmate Cinna comes out of trouble. Pass behind Walsh, back to the center circle. And McIntosh to their side, and Waltz will send it over for Taylor. McIntosh back to the defensive end. Both Walsh and Kortenhoven were there in case a miscue would arise. And then Maldonado deflects it off of Waltz, and CC will throw it in along the far sideline. It's been all Taylor on this one. They've dominated every facet of the contest. And 15 shots in the first half. They've got 18 here in half two. And 19 of them have been on goal. So a long night for Zimmerman. Back in the box for CCU. Kortenhoven back to her right foot. Curls a pass in before it's deflected away by Parrott. Hits the turf. Headed back. Claddy the only one back there for Taylor. She keeps the ball on the attacking side for Taylor. The ball lands over Lehman's head. Hits the turf twice. Comes out to the near side where Hubbard will touch it down to Orm. Now Cinna. So Walsh, she'll slip on through. Walsh on side. Wanted to send it around Zimmerman. Zimmerman missed. Walsh goes in. She'll hit it off the post, and it goes in for her second goal of the evening. So Cinna gets the assist. That's Cinna's first collegiate point. Lindley 2 back in for Taylor. Ava Hubbard exits. With about 10 minutes left to go. That's all that's separating Taylor from their third win here of the season. Cloudy with a tackle, takes down Ibarra, gets called for the foul. Quick reset here by Ibarra. Massey chasing after this one deep on the near side of the field. To the sideline. And Cinna. Turnover in the middle, Clank. Got away from Cloudy, but couldn't get away from Massey, who clears it up the near side with 9:35 to go in half number 2. Taylor on top, 5-0. As Orm coming in, then it's kicked away and out of bounds by Litzler. A nice ovation from the Taylor fans for Morgan Orm. Rakes. With Kortenhoven now back to Rakes again. Alana moving to her right. Long pass, wanted to find Orm, and then Orm got bumped from behind right before the ball could find her feet. Litzler was able to get there right as the ball got to Orm and just nudge Orm slightly enough to have that ball go screaming underneath both players' feet. A nice play by Parrott, but could not get the clearance away cleanly. CCU sends it far side. Waltz knocks it down to Kortenhoven. Quick touch. And now to Rakes. A volley in the air. Headed to the far side of the field by Pedrosa. Waltz will hold it in. Wants to find Kortenhoven. She lets it hit the turf, and now she'll have the ball at her feet. Now she hits the accelerator. Left side of the box. Kortenhoven, a rising left-footed shot that gets punched over the bar by Zimmerman on a blistering try by Kortenhoven. Ninth corner of the night for the Trojans. Orm will take it from the near side of the field. Right-footed low outswinger off of 2's foot and out across the end line. Clock hits 7:41 and counting. Parrott played it low, but it looks like it's... They're going to get it back to Zimmerman and have her replay it. Kortenhoven, an excellent challenge, but they get her for a foul, and now our officials will hear it from the Taylor fans and the bench down below. Foul 11 against Taylor tonight. Walsh heading into space. Nobody there except Zimmerman, who's got to scoop it up quick before Walsh jumped on it. Walsh coming back to the play, able to steal the ball away and send it over to Kortenhoven, left sideline. Walsh calling for it. Kortenhoven trying to get it to her. Popped into the box by CCU. Now Orm's got it at her feet before one of the CCU Eagle defenders can send it away. Massey holding it in. Rakes to the left, now back to right. She thought about a long-range shot, fakes it down low, little left-footed pop to the top of the box. CCU tried to clear. Rakes will play it back to Lehman. Up to Rakes, back to Lehman in tight quarters. And the Eagles able to clear it away with Pedrosa. Long one in, got behind the D. Camerano comes all the way out and kicks it away before Hance can make a play on it. 5:40 to go in regulation to the end line. Kortenhoven beat the defender, centering ball, cleared away Still not clear yet. Back to Kortenhoven end line. She'll try to curl it off of Zimmerman's fingertips. Orm trying to be the first one to it. She is. Back to 2, trying to go top corner. And that one sails high and wide. Shot 36 for Taylor tonight. Just 5 for Cincinnati Christian, and Lindley, too, made that look way easier than it really is. Throw in for Taylor, wanting Walsh, who has 2 of the 5 Taylor tallies tonight. End line, last touched by the Trojans. And with 4:42 remaining in the second half, it'll be a goal kick here for the visitors from Cincinnati Christian. A low goal kick from Zimmerman. Into the wind a little bit here, as the wind has picked up slightly here after the sun has set. An early fall evening as we're still haven't officially hit autumn yet. Orm. A little pirouette to Sinna. Carrying in. Wanted to sweep it off forward. Here's Orm, top of the box. Curling left side, and Zimmerman read it the whole way. Nicely done by Zimmerman. "17 saves for Zimmerman tonight. On 22 shots on goal by the Trojans, 37 in total. Lehman in the middle. Nice pass through, rakes, wanting Kortenhoven. Zimmerman slides and smothers it before Kortenhoven could put her on frame. Punt from Zimmerman, far sideline, trying to get to it. First is Katine, and she does. Waltz is there on her back. Pokes it away, does Hannah. And Katine will let Maldonado throw it in for Cincinnati Christian with 3 minutes left to go here in our second half, excuse me. Taylor out front 5-0. Across midfield comes Litzler. Tapped away, Sinna. Left footing it back up near midfield out of harm's way. Parrott circling away. Walsh has this one go right off the top of her head as Clank tried to clear it, and Walsh goes down. We'll take a break as the athletic training staff goes to take a look at Emma Walsh. Big ovation for Emma Walsh as she comes off under her own power, smiling as she gets some high fives from head coach Scott Stan and assistant coach Katie Beal. AC Hardy comes in to replace her. The good news for Walsh is that no bloody nose or anything down there, so they will check her out if she took that clearance right square in the face. She'll walk to the tent, and they will put her through the concussion protocol test, presumably. We're good to see her get up and walk off under her own power, and also able to laugh about it a little bit as well. Just about 2 minutes left to go in this one. Hance is there. Claddy will scoop in and knock it away from her for Taylor. Laura can't get to it in time, and so it'll be a throw in here for CCU. And AC Hardy will just send this one all the way to the other end of the field. And Zimmerman will let this one just roll calmly into the box. She'll scoop it up. as we dip below 2 minutes remaining in regulation time. Massey wanting to find 2. Pressing it forwards, Litzler. This one over the D. Hance going in. Massey right there. Hance loses her footing. Off the end line, off of Massey's foot. And a corner about to be played in here for CCU. This will be just their second corner kick of the night, as their offensive opportunities have been few and far between. Less than 80 seconds remaining in regulation. Taylor on top 5-0. Parrott from the far side corner. She'll take it with her left foot. Massey reads it, knocks it down with her shoulder, and she'll drive this one out of play as we are below 1 minute remaining here in regulation. Pedroza plays it out. Kortenhoven to throw it in. Oh, the guys are counting every time the clock gets to 8. Now I'm here. Now we're good. Now we got it. Rakes plays it back. Try to find Kortenhoven. Pass a little bit too far in front of her. Waltz has tried a couple long-range shots tonight. She'll try another one here. Zimmerman snags it. As the Taylor bench tried to will that one in for Waltz. 15 seconds left.
Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And that'll do it. Taylor picks up their 3rd win of the year in convincing fashion, dominating this one here against Cincinnati Christian tonight. The Trojans winners 5-0 as they outshoot the Eagles 38-5 and 23-2 in shots on goal.
With tonight's win, Taylor's head coach Scott Stamp has recorded his 200th career victory. Please join us in
And also Taylor head coach Scott Stan picks up his 200th win here at Taylor, or his 200th win overall, I believe here at Taylor. Your goal scorers tonight: Lindley 2, Riley Massey, Emma Walsh twice, and Aaron Tevens. Those on the assists: Claudio Davis and Sinna. Both Camerano and Williams saw the goal. They both made a save. Taylor wins 3-1 tonight, their first home game of the year, victorious 5-0 over Cincinnati Christian. This has been a presentation of Taylor Women's Soccer here on the Trojan Sports Network. We thank you for tuning in. We thank Liam up top for running the camera. We'll talk to you on Monday night for some men's soccer action here from Turner Stadium.